So we just talked about a 270 degrees counterclockwise, meaning that it's going to go to the left 3 times, or 3 sets of 90s, or it's going to move 3 quadrants to the left. So for instance, here our point was in quadrant F, and it went 90, 180, 270. So it went from quadrant 4 to quadrant 3. I took the values and I flipped the x and the y value, and then I turned the x value into the opposite of that. So for instance, here it was 4, -3, flipped them, it was -3, 4, but that 4 becomes a negative. Now, here's the fun part, is whenever I do a 270 degree rotation counterclockwise, it is the exact same thing as taking a point and rotating it 90 degrees clockwise. They're going to land in the same location. Because those points land in the same location, the rule that I used for 270 degrees counterclockwise is the exact same rule for a 90 degree clockwise, because they're going to land in the same place. So let's look here. If I want to rotate to the right clockwise one time, this one right here, which was 2, 4, I'm going to rotate it one time down here. I'm still going to take those same values, I'm going to flip them over, and I'm going to turn the x value into a negative. And that's going to land me in quadrant 4. So a 270 degrees counterclockwise rotation is the exact same thing as a 90 degrees clockwise rotation. So let's try this out. Remember, we're going to take our x and y, we're going to switch them, and then our x is going to become its opposite. So it was -2, 3. I flipped them, and then I turned that -2 into a +2. So let's do the same thing here. So we have 3, 5. So we're going to go right, 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be point A. I am rotating this clockwise. That means I am going to the right. This is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. So it's 90 degrees. That means I'm only changing one quadrant, just one 90-degree shift. That's it. So my points were 3, 5. The rule says that now I'm going to flip those. So it's going to be 5, 3, and then that x value is going to turn into its opposite. So it's no longer going to be a +3, it's going to turn into a -3. So now when I plot this, I'm going to plot 5, -3. So I'm going to go right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 1, 2, 3. And you'll notice that your A prime is in quadrant 4. Let's try another one. So this is another 90 degree clockwise rotation, which means that it's going to go from one quadrant to the next quadrant. That is it, one rotation. So this one currently is -2, 3. So I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to go left 1, 2, up 1, 2, and 3. So currently point B is in quadrant 2. If I'm going to make just one clockwise rotation, clockwise means I'm going to the right, means I'm shifting one quadrant to the right. So my answer should be in quadrant 1. So I'm going to apply the rule, and then I'm going to see if I land in quadrant 1. So it was -2, +3. The rule says that I flip the x and y value. So I have 3, and then I had a -2. However, the rule says that I can't have that -2. I have to use its opposite, which is a +2. So I'm going to graph 3, 2. So I'm going to go right 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2. So B prime does fall in quadrant 1 because it is a 90 degree rotation. That means it just rotates one quadrant to the right. Let's do one more. So this one is -1, -4. So I'm going to go left 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be point C. It is a 90 degree clockwise rotation, which means I'm only rotating to the right. See, going to the right one time because it's 90 degrees. This is quadrant 3, quadrant 2, quadrant 1, and quadrant 4. Okay, so if I apply the rule, I should go from quadrant 3 to quadrant 2. So currently it says -1, -4. The rule says to switch places and then change the x value to its opposite. So the opposite of -1 is +1. So the y value stays the same, it just becomes the new x. The x value flips to its opposite. So my new point is -4, 1. So I'm going to go left 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1. C prime did land in quadrant 2 because it was one 90-degree rotation, just from here to here, one time. That's it.